what are some things you want to make sure people know about UTV Invasion or what you're doing?
Um, Man, I think we've covered a lot of it. It's just I do Invasion for a little bit different things. A lot of people try to compare us to UTV Takeover, and I know Steve from UTV Takeover really well. He's the owner, great friends. We
Okay.
are not that, so a lot of people ask us or compare us to UTV Takeover. We're a very different event. We're not near as big, and I don't want to be as big. Um, Invasion's ran by me and my wife, and then Ren, he works for IBEX, so he's the one that was with me when we started. He works for IBEX, so he doesn't help at the events as much anymore because he's always busy. But 99% of that business is done by us too. Up until last year, I ran a majority of the events myself, maybe with one helper, which is crazy. So for all those people who kind of have grown with us and were patient getting events started on time, it was a one-man show for a long time while Brianna was running the booth. So we're getting better. We aren't late on events anymore. I hire people to come out now that we've grown and we're actually profitable. So it helps being able to actually put more money into the event because the first 4 years, it was all out of my pocket.
Yeah.
We were we were going negative 20, 30 grand every year just to try and make it work. But it's part of growing a business.
Sure.
But yeah,
Well,
I
here you
mean,
are now.
I don't know if that's a lot of rambling, but basically we're just a very different family friendly oriented event.
Yeah.
Um, and we just like to have a good time. That's really what it is.
That was good, man. Super stoked for you. I'm following all your stuff now, and it's kind of funny because when I first looked at it, I saw you guys come across, probably like how your channel grew so fast. I was
Yeah.
like, well, who are these guys? What are they doing? But I was just following. I seen you just push content, but then when I started looking into them, like I would know really what the UTV invasion was, what you guys were doing, and then once I started kind of researching you a little bit more, I realized, man, you got your hand in everything. Between all the media, the Instagram, the UTV invasion, like it's just you're busy, man.
Yeah. 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up with my multiple businesses. And then up until Saturday night, I actually worked for IBEX. I was on payroll there, helping them do marketing and build the name, build the brand. I pulled back on that one, like I said, as of Saturday, just because everything is growing so fast on my side. It's hard to dedicate that time and energy to somebody else's business at this point in the game where I couldn't do it anymore. And great company, great people. I love those guys there. I had to step back from that one because a few more channels that I'm doing are opening up and growing, and so I had to dedicate more time back to my stuff.
Sure. So what was probably the most challenging thing getting into the UTV, invasion and all the stuff that you're doing with it for you?
Growing the brand and the name, really. That's what business is. Really, is just getting yourself out there, growing the brand, taking the risk. Because risk is the hardest thing for people to do. Is their risk is scary. So
Yeah.
paying the money up front and then continuing year after year go negative until you can build the brand well enough to where you know it's profitable. And finally, again, last year was the first year we made a profit on the business, but I wasn't too worried about that because I know in the long run that's what you have to do. You build yourself up, you build the event up until you're comfortable saying, "All right, I think we're ready." We turn it on and